Hi, I'm Scott Rajavori, top-rated Minneapolis home remodeling expert, and today I'm going to teach you how to choose the best kitchen appliances for your kitchen remodel, sharing some key details most appliance salespeople don't inform you about. I'm going to start with dishwashers. This is a big one for me. Noise is a big factor. Dishwasher noise levels are rated by decibels. The lower the decibel number, the quieter the dishwasher. A difference of just a few decibels may not seem to be much, but a dishwasher that is just 1 decibel more is actually 30% louder. A dishwasher that is 4 decibels more is twice as loud. However, buying a dishwasher at 44 decibels is quiet enough. You don't want to pay for just quietness under 44 decibels. A final tip, a decibel rating of 60 will make it hard to even hear a conversation or hold a conversation in the kitchen. Style of dishwasher. Built-in with no buttons on the front, built-in with limited buttons on the front, standard dishwashers. So this is just how the panel's displayed and how clean it looks, how sleek it is. Dishwasher drawers have become more popular and are a cool way to make the dishwasher disappear. It's kind of a built-in look. It lets you do smaller loads because there are separate drawers, and helps you when you're maybe in a position where you don't need to do quite so many dishes and don't want to use the water. Typically a dishwasher is 24 inches wide, but they do make them smaller in those situations where you need something that needs to be squeezed in. You want a dishwasher, that would be 18 inches. Features like delay start, built-in food disposals, sanding wash for cleaner dishes, as well as heated wash are great. I like delay start, like I delayed there, so you can have the dishwasher running while you are away or in bed and you don't want it to bother you. Also, with the new Wi-Fi capabilities on appliances, which come on most appliances, you can start things when you're away and you can also monitor them. Fridges, when looking at those, some of the biggest trends is the countertop depth refrigerator. And the reason for this is they don't stick out or get into your space. And I've got one behind me that's not countertop depth. You may be able to see that it sticks a ways out from the cabinets themselves and is a bit obtrusive. The countertop depth ones will have a more built-in look and just look nicer. It's a little more elegant kitchen, I think. Another thing that you can have is these built-in drawers. So instead of having cabinets, you'd have a cabinet look, but you have a fridge drawer and a freezer drawer. And you can put those wherever you want, and they look like they're part of the cabinets. They're hidden, which gives a lot better look. It helps you, I think, in the organization of your food. They also make fridges with Wi-Fi now as well, which is cool. So you can see if you're at the grocery store into the fridge and find out if you're missing something, like you need some extra mayonnaise or whatever. You'll be able to tell what's in the fridge. The built-in countertop depth fridges run quite a bit more, just because of what has to be done to make them built-in. But I think they're well worth it. Range hoods. So range hoods are an important thing these days. They become a focal point of the kitchen remodel. But one important thing to remember is the CFM. That's the cubic feet per minute of air movement. Code now requires that any hood, for the most part, over 300 CFM is going to have makeup air, and that's just fresh air feeding the unit. So 300 CFMs is a cutoff for just makeup air. If you go to 600 CFMs, you're probably going to have mechanical makeup air. And this means there's some kind of device bringing the air in. And usually, say in Minnesota, it's got to be tempered because of the cold air that we're pulling in. So that's an important thing to consider because it can get quite expensive. And often the appliance people aren't telling you this when you're trying to get that higher CFM range hoods. The ranges are next that tie into the range hood, and right here we have a freestanding range, and they come electric or gas, and they come with different types of surfaces. So what I've got is a glass top. They still make the old coil tops. I don't think I've put one of those in a long time. They're probably used in apartment complexes when you're trying to save a little money, but there's glass, and then there's also induction in the electric, which is really cool because you just use the pan to heat what's inside the pan so the pan doesn't get hot. They have slide-ins, which are similar to these, but they typically don't have this back on them, or they won't have the back on them, and they slide right into a cut in the countertop and look maybe a little more built-in. When considering units like this, you want to consider controls. I always think about, if you're doing the slide-in, they either have the controls on top or in the front. Think about kids and access to those. Of course, gas is another option, and that's always going to have an open burner, but they can be sealed in the sense that if you boil over, they won't, whatever's boiling over won't get into the stove itself. There's dual fuel ranges as well, so that's electric and gas. And for those gourmet cooks, that's huge because you get the benefit of a gas cooktop, which most want, and the benefit of electric oven for baking. Drop-in ranges are another option. Built-in ovens are another option. So with drop-ins, they use a cabinet. They drop into the opening. They're not used as often anymore. I can't think of many projects we put them in, but they are an option. When doing a cooktop, which is just having that burner portion on your countertop, we typically will do a built-in oven, or you have to almost do a built-in oven. There are some that you can slide underneath the oven. So now I've given you some options for choosing your kitchen appliances, and hopefully this has helped you. This is Scott Rajavori. My company has helped hundreds of homeowners in the Twin Cities with creative design ideas that oftentimes you would never have considered, all within your budget. We are here to serve you. Our contact information is below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments below, and thanks for watching.